Welcome back to Steamy Hustle. Or actually Steamy Side Hustle. Listen, y'all, it's been so long since I did one of these newsletters that I almost can't even remember my introduction. So my bad. But I'm going to let you know that I have a whole bunch of juiciness. I may sound a little bit jingly because I do have my bracelet on. So we can get ready for the holiday season that is slowly coming upon us. But if this is your first time being here, my name is Dana Pittman. I'm a USA Today bestselling author. I'm a developmental editor, and I am the chief storyteller at Danger Tales. This is our digital video newsletter that I haven't done a good job of updating as often as I should. I'm going to tell you why, and we're not even going to call it an excuse. It's one of those moments where it is what it is. I recorded a whole newsletter and just didn't post it. That's how my life has been, but it's okay. It's okay. So if you're interested in hearing about what is going on at Danger Tales, I'm going to tell you all about a free workshop that we have coming up in September. I'm going to tell you about all the projects that we have been working on. I'm also going to tell you about a free Writers Week that is coming up, and it is all going to be in this digital video newsletter. You will also see the links and everything in the show notes. And I usually include some links in the description. Y'all it's always best whenever you see this, go to the link in the description. It'll take you to the website and you'll see everything, just in case I miss something, because it is bound to happen, okay? So with that said, go ahead, kick back and get ready to chill with your girl. Grab your tea, your coffee, and if you're a crafter or something like that, go ahead and grab something to do. You might as well, right? You might as well. So with that said, I am coming back after not having one of these newsletters in a while. And the reason why is because it's just been so busy. Earlier this year, and now I can't even remember when we kicked it off. It was a few months ago. This is so bad. This is not my strong point, dates and stuff. But I say we've probably been going about 4 or 5 months now. We created a community in school. And honestly, when I first decided to do it, I was nervous. I was nervous, not necessarily about the tech, but I was really nervous about the ongoing upkeep of a community. And so we really decided to just do it very, very slow and very low key. And I sat down before starting everything and really started thinking about what I wanted the community to be like and how I hope that the community would support the members that we have and the members to come. And then the final thing that I really had to think through is what would motivate me to really kind of be there, really be there. I am an introvert, even though some people get it twisted, because I don't mind talking to people. I'm not the introvert that's scared to talk to people, and I can I can do speaking engagements. I can be on here like this, but y'all, people wear me out. So I have to be very intentional about how I manage my energy and how I manage my socializing. It does take me a while to sort of refuel and get back to myself after I have speaking engagements, doing stuff like this. I really have to just prepare myself. And so I wanted to be intentional. And one of the things that had been in the back of my mind for a really long time, I'm talking about years, is to sort of create this foundational basis that I feel for writers to get the full experience of working with me as a developmental editor, they should know these things. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe. And so I have been using having this community as the place to do that. It's even the precursor to any of our mentorships. Our mentorships, you should really already be rolling, even if you're not fully writing yet. Our addictive novel mentorship program, some of the people who are students that have been a part of that haven't fully started writing yet. And we guide them through the process of defining their niche, defining their comps, defining their reader expectations, moving into the writing process. So they may not already have a platform, you know? So in that case, even those writers would benefit significantly from the workshops and the content that I've built in the community. And as a part of this week or this month, I've really been trying to do them once a month, but I haven't done a good job. But our monthly newsletter, I'm gonna claim it. I am going to do a tour of the inside of our community. But that is how I was able to get myself like really excited. And it has exceeded my expectations. It's been a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but it has exceeded our expectations. And this came on the heels of launching our first inner circle. We're now in our second quarter of working together. And again, this is another reason why I haven't been here, because having the energy for the community on a consistent basis and then having the inner circle, which our first quarter, we go quarter by quarter. Our first quarter was all about defining their brand and their brand tropes and where they were taking their books and their stories. And this quarter has been all about how to create series. Listen, your girl's been delivering fire. And I've never actually taught my series content. And this was the first time where I've done it all we've been covering it for now, 2 months, and we are still going. That series content is what I used to do when I created and pre-plotted or plotted series for authors. And I created a whole process of how I do it, so that essentially you are thinking about how you will market your series and how you are appealing to your readers before you even start writing. So I've been going. So I have the Danger Tales writers community, which we call DTW, and then we have the inner circle, and so that has kept me busy on top of writing since the last time we spoke. I think 3 or 4 of my pen names have released books. So I've been very, very busy. A lot of teaching, a lot of writing, a lot of really just falling in love with, not falling in love, I would say really kind of doubling down into my process and being really intentional about my personal writing time and helping my clients and the people who are in my sphere of influence to get their books done. And it has been very, very exciting. And so this has been one of those things that has just been really hard to get to. Number one, I low-key joked at the beginning that, I will come however I am and give myself permission. But y'all, if I turn on this camera and I don't have no eyebrows, I'd be like, I'm gonna do it later. So that's the kind of stuff that happens. Another thing that has been a really an addition, and I really, really wish I would have thought about when was the last time I did this, but another addition has been being committing to my morning walks. My husband and I used to walk every single morning together. Usually it was anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. For the most part, it was usually around a 5K. Every morning, Monday through Friday, we would do it before we'd start our day. And so at the beginning of this year, I stopped doing that and we got a dog. So listen, your girl was out here just showing out. Okay. And then I sit too much, and you know how it goes when you're a writer. So, having our new dog, which is Nico, and I think I showed you guys a picture before. Also getting back into moving my body and really getting out there. And I forgot how much writing taps into my creativity. Like, I can walk and I have almost pre-plotted a whole story by the time I get back to the house. Like I'm recording. By the time I get back, I'm already sending it to get transcribed, because it just moving just helps me to just get in that groove. And so there's this one story that I've been sort of tinkering with for a while, and it's starting to come together. I doubt I probably won't write it or even start writing on it this year. I'm almost certain. But just the thought of it, it makes me so excited. It makes me excited. And that's what moving does for me. Movement, you know? And so that is where I've been. I've been working with students and clients. I have been writing. I have been walking. I have been taking care of my puppy. And I have been living my blessed life. Now, one of the things that I said I was going to tell you all about was a couple of things that are coming up in the month of September. The first thing that is coming up, I'm going to make sure I bring up the date. You can't see it, but I need to see it. Before I tell you about the free workshops, another thing that we did and why I have been MIA is that I have been hosting collaborations, multi-author collaborations. Now listen, back in the day, I feel like I should have one of those like sound machines, like back. Back in the day, before I'm about to date myself. Before we were putting our books in ebooks, I used to do anthologies, and we used to do them often and used to have events around them and everything. I really wish I could go back to doing that again. We used to have so much fun. But I used to do author anthologies. And now what we're doing is doing the collaborations, something like anthologies, except for all of the titles are standalone. So our first one, after many, many years, I'm talking about 10 plus years. Our last one, let me see, was in... When look at the date. It was in 2016. Oh, 2017. We did it in 2016. It was published in 2017. So if I don't put it back, y'all, it'll be stacked. Okay. So the last one was in 2017. We did our first collaboration June. And that was the Feuding Heart series. So I will definitely put the link in the show notes. If you have an opportunity, support the authors that are a part of it. It is an enemies to lovers romance collaboration. There are both contemporary as well as paranormal romance, and a little, I believe one could be considered as a little bit of fantasy romance that are part of that series. And so that is available now. And at the time of this recording, the second one for this year, is will start this coming week. And that is going to be the Silver Ridge Mountain Men series. And so that will start in September. And then we have 2 series that will be going on for the holidays, or collaborations that are going on for the holidays. So organizing that, ensuring that everyone is where they need to be, all the information is set up, staying in contact with the designer and all, all that stuff. It just honestly just means that I'm wearing many hats, but we have been having a blast, and readers are loving it. And I don't know. I don't want to say we'll do a lot in 2025 or do more in 2025, but for right now, I'm really enjoying it. What I love most about it is the opportunity for authors to work with each other, and also for authors that may be still in the process of establishing their audience to get the opportunity to cross the paths of readers who like their kind of romance. And so we've been really, really enjoying that. So that's another thing. Now to the workshops. There are two. One is starting on September 9th through September 13th. It is the Pro Writing Science Fiction Week. And I have probably been a presenter in maybe 4 or 5, maybe more of their weeks. And they have like romance and crime and science fiction, and they cover different genres. And I find these weeks to be amazing. What I love is that the original week, when it's live, it's free. And then you have an opportunity if you want to invest and have access to them ongoing. But with that said, I will definitely put the link. I will be presenting on September 10th, which is a Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time. And I will be talking about blending love and logic. So blending a romance plot line into a science fiction story. And so I'll be talking about that. But I will say this. I love to mention this because sometimes I will have people, like when I do their crime writers week, say, I don't write crime. And usually the way that I do my presentations is I make it so that it is helpful to people in that genre, but anyone writing characters, and in this case, thinking about doing a subplot, a love story subplot or a romance subplot, because I differentiate those two, this workshop will be helpful for you. So even if you don't do all of the science fiction or you don't get all of that, you can still get something from this workshop. Also, because I have done so many with them, I make it so that you can go back to my old presentations with them, and it will essentially take you on a journey, creating your ideas, creating your characters, creating your villains, and now thinking about doing love and romance as a subplot. So that is, registration is open now at the time of this recording, and that will be going from September 9th to September 13th. I have been doing, I think this past summer, I've done 2 or 3 like summits, and so I've been doing a lot of speaking and presenting, which has been fun. It also challenges me to do something different. I don't like doing the same ones every time. I have a lot of my students that go to all of them, so I do like trying to add some variety or to give a different perspective on something that I've taught before. So that is what we'll be doing there, talking about subplots. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The other workshop that's coming up is a workshop that is in-house for Danger Tales. Now, if you've been around, you know that we've done workshops before. We've covered concepts, we've covered characters, we've covered steamy scenes, we've covered, and even more if you are in our writers community, we've covered research, we've covered reader expectations, we've covered story flow. So we've covered a lot inside of the community. And this one, honestly, I gotta back up a little bit. So I was really thinking about once we got going, and I realized how much I was enjoying the experience of having a community. I wanted an opportunity to invite people in. Of course, we would love you all to join us. So come on over to Danger Tale Writers and join us. It is a paid community, but we have weekly Q&As unless it's a month with the 5th Thursday, and on those we may have like a co-writing session or co-working session, but we do weekly or regular Q&As. We do co-writing sessions where you can write or you can work on something. So co-working is really what I want to say. We do sprints. We also do workshops. We do book club And I am just loving that we have people that I thought it was just going to be romance, but people that are in several different genres. And so we're a nice little pod, and I want to give us a few more people in there, Lord's will. So with that said, that is how we came to this workshop. This workshop was a workshop that I planned to do in the writers community anyway. And I wanted an opportunity to not just do it for the writers and Danger Tale writers, but I also wanted to invite my inner circle. And then I thought this could be something sort of like an open house. I don't know if they still do those in school, but like an open house where you can come in and see what it's like to be a part of one of the workshops and learn something that I feel is foundational, which is how to read like a writer. Not reading for entertainment, but reading to get better at storytelling. And that is what we're going to be doing. Now, if you are already a part of our community, then this has been a 3-part series for them. We read a book. Now we will do the workshop, and then we'll read another book where we'll take and apply what we learned in the workshop to the book. So fabulous. It has been so good. And I am inviting, it's going to be a free workshop. You will get a limited replay. You will have the opportunity to upgrade and add it to your forever library, so you can purchase it and it'll be in your forever library in our workshops. Also, if you decide to join our writers community, you'll have access to that as long as you're a part of the community, because the replay will be going in that community. And it really is another step in having those foundations covered in Danger Tale Writers. And so you are invited. That is on September 14th. This is 2024 when I'm recording. It's at 11 a.m. Central. You can look for the link in the description over on our website to register. There will be limited seats because it's however many people come according to Zoom. So therefore, I would say you want to make sure that you get there on time. And if you are unable to make it, you can pre-submit questions. And again, you can just listen to the replay if you can't make it live, like if you're in another country. And because we have people in Australia and in the UK, and sometimes the times are off for them. So you can pre-submit questions and you can also listen to the replay. So we have that coming up in September too. Y'all, I think that's it. I can't add anything else in here. I usually try not to make these too long, but because it's been a minute, I needed to update you and also let you know how you can get tapped in. You know, I'm going to end this with something that's been spiraling in my mind. I've been reading a really great book. I got to look up the title because I don't want to get it wrong. Actually, I'm going to look on my phone. I've been reading this book, and what I do is I read a chapter a day, and I've really been enjoying it. I'm usually reading one nonfiction and several fiction. The nonfiction book that I'm reading right now, it's called, this is what happens when I don't read the physical book. I forget the title. What is it called? Mastering. I think because I finished it is why it's not showing. Can I just tell you that they have been changing Audible, and I don't never know how to find anything, and it makes me feel like an old person. Okay, here it is. The book is called The Wealth Money Can't Buy. Amazing book. The author is Robin Sharma, I believe, Sharma. And I was listening to a chapter. And I meant to say, the fiction book that I'm reading right now is Ninth House, which is insane. But back to The Wealth Money Can't Buy. I was walking and listening to the book, and two things kept swirling around in my mind. One is the thought of whether you are waiting for things to change or you are doing something to change things. And the reason why that stuck in my mind is because I'm always talking to people who are working a full-time job, and they want to either write more or they want writing to be the thing that they do, right? And there are two types of people. They're either waiting for circumstances to change, that they have all this time to be able to write and they can just sit and do it. And let me just tell you, as somebody who has been a full-time writer for a long time, you can wait for those days to come, but you probably be waiting a long time. You got to make that happen, but that'll be another topic for another day. But they are waiting for their life to change to be able to embrace or pick up their love of writing. Then there's the other set of people who have decided, I want to do this. This is what I'm doing, and I don't care what I have to do to get it done. So they're getting up early. They're getting up at 5 o'clock, getting up at 4 o'clock, writing before they go to work, or writing on their lunch breaks, or writing late into the evening, because they understand for things to change, they have to do something. They have to do something. If you're a believer, you may have heard this. Faith without works is dead, right? So you have to do something. You have to take a step towards that thing that you desire. And if it's that you desire to be a best-selling author, to write books that people absolutely love and they gobble up, and they cannot help but to tell their friends and tell everybody that is within earshot about the book that they've read, you have to write the book. To write the book, you have to stop and sit down in the chair and start writing. To do that, you got to have the words and the ideas, and you've got to nurture your creativity and nurture, whether you call it your muse, your spidey sense, whatever you call it. You've got to nurture that. And that is something that it's not something that just happens. You have to make it happen, or you will always be standing on the sideline waiting. As someone who has 3 adult children, 3 grown, out of the house, won't he do it? Yes, he will. grown. I remember days and weeks and months and years where to get in my writing, I had to get up at 5, 4, 3. Now, as a regular, I'm up at 4 o'clock, usually 3:45. I'm up at 4 o'clock. I'm writing by 4. So usually I get up at 3. I'm at my desk writing by 4 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because I want it. And even though I already have it, you just want more of it when it just feels right to your soul that this is what you do. And so I hope just hearing this would light a fire under you. If this is something that you want, you cannot wait for someone to give it to you. You have to, look, there used to be a song. You got to get up, get out, and get something. You can't, if you ever hear me sing a song, I know some words. I don't always know all the words. I can make it seem like I do, but I don't know all the words. So you got to get up, you got to get out, and you have to do something. Go to a workshop, go to a writing retreat, go to a writer's event. You don't have that. You don't have the coins to do that. Go get a book. You don't have the money to buy the book. Go get a library card. Stop playing. Do it. Because here's the thing that I have learned. If there is something in you that desires to have this, to be this, to make this a part of your life, you will not have peace until you do. So it's connected to more than just, I want to be a best-selling author. That's a great thing. But there's so many other wonderful things that are a part of this writing journey that are way better than that. It gets better than that. And so I hope this puts a little tingly in your spidey sense, that it makes you think, where can I get in my writing? What do I need to do? Have I been all talk and no action? Like, go ahead, keep it 100 with yourself, because that's how you are going to get the change you desire. Not by waiting for it to happen. Don't wait till you retire to decide you want to do this. I'm sorry, that's coming from Apple. Don't wait to retire. You should be thinking about that before you actually retire, so that when you retire, you already are on your journey. Don't wait till those kids are out that house. Girl, they may not go as fast as you think they're gonna go. But find ways to embrace your writing, even if it's a little bit. You will feel so much better when you do. So with that said, your girl is out. I hope that you are living your blessed life. I hope that this message and this newsletter finds you well. I will tell you that I am going to do better about coming back with my newsletters, and we have some things that are coming to our email newsletter too, that I've really just made a commitment to just honestly just start doing it, because I just be thinking woulda, shoulda, coulda, and do I want to write a newsletter? Yes, I do. No, I don't. And now I have something that I really want to share, and the only way to share it is to do it. So I will keep you all in the loop as much as I can. Now, if you really want to make sure that you miss nothing, if you miss it, it's just because I didn't dish it out. Sometimes it's like that, as y'all can see. But if you want to really make sure that you miss nothing, make sure that not only you're subscribed to our YouTube channel where you can see these videos, and you can always come back and get, a little pep talk from your girl. And then also that you're subscribed to our email newsletter, because we will have some things coming there that will not come here. Because, yeah, that's just me catching up with y'all. But there's going to be some things over there that helps you with writing your own addictive novels that you don't want to miss, if that is your goal. Okay. And I would love to be the coach that's rolling with you as you do. Okay. So with that said, I'm out. Have a fantastic day. I will see you all hopefully sooner than later. You can learn more information about what we are doing over at dangertales.com. If you want to learn more about our writers community, go up to the top, click on community, and you can go over to school and see the things that we have available, the workshops that are a part of your membership. And after this, if you are watching this on the YouTube, I sound like an old lady on the YouTubes. I'm tickling myself. Y'all, the jokes are free. If you're watching this on YouTube after this closeout, I'm going to give you all a quick tour of our community so you can see what's on the inside. And I hope to see you all not just here on YouTube, but over there in DTW too. Okay? So take care. Have a fantastic day. And happy writing. Goodbye. I promised that I would come back and do a tour inside of the Danger Tales writers community. And so here we go. When you come into the community, you have the actual community area where people can leave comments and questions. And as you can see, it's very active. Also, we have our classroom. And in our classroom, you will see like we are fully decked out. What's great is that you have the replays from our weekly Q&A sessions that you can come back in and take a look at any time. You also have access to the workshops that are unique to the community, which are the ones that have this sort of colored background. You also have a couple that are workshops that were in our normal workshop series that I wanted them here so that it will take you all on a full journey. And Yes, and you're going to see soon if you come over that these will be ordered a little bit different, so that they'll be like 1, 2, 3, and we'll have a flow. But you start with, creating your characters and your concepts, and then you sort of move through everything else. But if you come here and see that everything really starts with you doing your niche, and then you sort of can kind of go through and come through here. And so, yeah, you can, and when you go in, I'll go into one. You'll see here that you have the different sections that you can watch and take notes. You'll also see that we have some resources, like you have the slide deck and the different links that are referenced. You also will see for the options that look like it's sort of like this ripped thumbnail. Those are replays of some of my previous presentations that are helpful, like creating characters, creating antagonists, and also self-editing. These will actually be going away soon because we've been doing these already just as a part of our Q&A. When you go over to the calendar, you'll see the different opportunities that you have to sort of dial in and be a part of either live sessions or Q&As. It's a nice mix. This month, we have, not only do we have our weekly Q&A, but we also have that workshop on September 14th. And we have our monthly book club, where this month we'll be talking about Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. And what's really great is that you can be a part of the community. It's a set price at this time of $97. And even though we put here that you get 5 free workshops, you actually get a few more workshops. And even now we are doing a holiday writing, short story writing challenge. We have some people that have already finished, have the books out to their editors and getting covers done so that they'll have their Christmas stories already done by the end of this month. And so that is what we have if you come over and decide to join us over at Danger Tells Writers. The Q&As every week cover everything from writing, publishing, marketing. We talk about newsletters and ads. This is a community that is AI friendly. I want to stress that. So writers that are a part of this community either write manually, use AI, use ghostwriters, do collaborations, do co-writing. It varies how people actually put the words on the page, but the foundation of understanding how to tell a story and how to tell a story that you want to tell and that readers want to read is the same. And that is what we're covering in this community while supporting each other as we do it. If you have any questions, visit us online at dangertells.com. If you go to our website, you can click on community. Go to our site, click community, and it'll bring you over to Danger Tells Writers. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. So that ends our tour. I'll see you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care and goodbye.